Hi, I don't know. I have gotten away from advertising. I think is it are we live now? I'm not sure. Maybe we're live now. 12, 13. I guess we're into 14 seconds. So I'm just going to start talking, see what happens. I don't know if anyone will stumble upon me. So I got to stick to my own schedule about coming on and telling people on Facebook and Instagram I'm going to come on. But I didn't want this to be too long. I just wanted to kind of check in with everybody and give them an update and show them a little bit of art and stuff I'm working on, like that, just so we're kind of on the same page. And some things I have to do, so you'll have an idea. So I talked about this is art and maybe life manifestation. I think that's what I titled this. So I wanted to check in with my art. About a week ago, I was on a show, and some of you may have seen that. And it was a YouTube Zoom channel called Hearts of Change Collective. The facilitators are out of Michigan, and worldwide, people do listen to it. There are over like 350 people that tuned in. So I'm on today because I really need to keep my schedule, and I haven't been just because I was doing some stuff about manifestation, which I'll talk um, about life and circumstances, which is my life and current events and where I want to be and where I want to help you be if you want or suggest, and the art. So there's so much art out there, and so many people saying they're not artists, but you are. As long as you want to create, you're creating, and that's just that. And most of you know I want to be more worldwide. And so I'm getting a little bit about help about Etsy. I'm getting a little bit of help about I've got to send someone some of my files because she has a site and she wants to support my art and other artists whose art is infused with light codes, which is infused with like healing stuff. And my art has all the chakra colors, so it is for healing. And also, I was told on the show that my art has a lot of codes, a lot of light bounces off of it, which was super nice and fun for me to hear. But when I heard it, and those people and other people that were in the chat were saying that, it was like really validating, and I could feel it. I got goosebumps. So I want to just tell you where I was at. I feel like I've been avoiding doing. I've done some art. I am hoping to get in touch with my old photographer um, to photo shoot some of my new art because it's like the best camera, better than even our cameras, and I just kind of trust that process. So I have that art. So more of my art to work on. I haven't created anything new. That there was someone that was going to possibly have some mural ideas. I just did not live into that. Simultaneously, I was probably scared and thinking I needed to look for a job, which since a couple of weeks ago, I've gotten a job. It doesn't pay very well, but the people are basically they're basically basic people, and they're basically very nice. And so there's no divas there, and people we're just like cashiers and stalkers, and it's just a neighborhood place, and it's really, really, it's kind of easy, and it's not like no one pressures you. It's pretty cool. It's very neighborhoody. It's a dollar store, and so they're usually busy, or I would say steady. Anyway, so I got into there. I did like the computer onboarding jazz. I been a cashier a couple of times, and I feel like it's pretty easy. There's things I don't know yet because it's only been not even full time yet. It's not going to be full time during these holidays. I can probably pick up some hours. Kind of coming to my awareness that unless I zap up my manifestation, I probably won't be selling anything for Christmas. However, I'm still going to keep on making my journals, and I just want to show you where it's at. So this is a journal that it says gratitudes on it. It's actually a mistake. It's not what I'm going to show you next because what I thought I was just trying, do I want to paint? So what I did was, in fact, if it didn't even stick, I painted the inside because the outside's pink, and I painted the back cover because I like blue. But what happened was I would have to scrape off like even as tiny as paintbrushes I have, and best my fingers could go. I was still getting like paint in certain places where I would. I mean, actually, it's not so bad right now. It's kind of funky. So when I got certain paint on it, I started to put dots, and I can see how on one end I made one edging more blue, and the other edging I think I just left pink. but it was a little bit more efforting, and I wasn't sure if that's what I was really going for anyway. So I decided to turn it into my gratitude journal, which is basically a journal that I can write in, and I can say daily gratitudes. I can write. So I would put gratitudes at the top, or I am grateful for, or wow, look what shows up. I'm so grateful. And what you do with a gratitude book or a gratitude list, certainly you can say it out loud. Before you put your feet on the floor in the morning is when you should do your gratitudes and throughout the day. Because finding a penny on the ground is your angels talking to you that prosperity can come from any place. If your toilet flushes and your lights are going on because you're paying the bill, which is good, but your lights are going on anyway, like there hasn't been something during the night that happened. If your shower is clean water, or at least clean as what we can think is clean water, it's not brown, it's not rusty. If you have food in the refrigerator, even if you're about to go shopping, but you got something, one last whatever. If your pets are good, or whatever it is, those are simple things. Your pillow, your blankets, your heat, that your car started. These are gratitudes. And another type of way of doing gratitudes is saying for your money that showed up, for your new job, how your relationships that you were wanting to change turned out. I'm so grateful for this new job, XYZ, this new house, the invisible that has not seemed manifest yet, but it is manifest in frequency and that form frequency for you to live into and you to attract it to you. I was listening to Dr. Greg Braden last night, who's being interviewed by Lulu Lace, who's from France, and she started out basically interviewing people. She had a dream to caravan the world and interview prominent people or people up and coming with new ideas and spirituality and heart centered and to help humanity and to help the planet. She just wanted to interview people and get their news out, because some of these people, they do lectures and they do workshops, and they're all over the place, and you may not have a chance to go see them, but you could see them on YouTube and for free and get the same, almost the same or almost the same knowledge. I mean, some of their workshops are specifically geared a certain way, so of course paying that price is like going to school for the weekend or the week, but you still get something, and it can resonate, and you can research more, and you can find out more by calling their businesses and stuff. But he was on Dr. Greg Braden, or I call him Dr. Greg Braden. He's a doctor of sciences, but he's not like a doctor like Bruce Lipton or Dr. Buttar or Erickson or your own, primary care doctor. But he's an earth science doctor, and he's done quite a bit of research, and he used to consult companies. And I remember several months ago when COVID started, he's kind of germophobic-ish, and there's certain things about him that he's cool. But some things of where he was at was like, as heartfelt as he is, his parts that didn't resonate with me because I'm not afraid. And the doctors I aspire to, I follow that. But I knew these things on my own. I knew in my heart, in my body, in the way I am about viruses and certain things that I'm not plugged in, zero into mainstream media, zero. But he was talking, and I'm very grateful for him because there was a lecture that he did in Italy, 2007. And if you haven't seen that lecture, that is a super good lecture. There's a lot of good science in there. Now, he does like Einstein, and you will find as this new time in our life goes back and takes a look at Einstein was kind of bought out by the bad government. And Tesla isn't really mentioned, but Tesla was really super cool and is super cool. And we're going to end up a lot with his technology. Anyway, I call him Dr. Greg. Greg Braden is still super cool. It's just there's some things, and his wonderfulness and his high profileness and his writing his 13 something booksness and having all his programness, there's, still some mix. And this is where discernment comes in. What resonates to your heart? And we got to begin somewhere, and you got to just take a look at where you are. But the gratitudes is about living into, attracting, and like this guy, Brian Scott says, I'm going to go back into him in a minute. Brian Scott, he has a meditation based on Neville Goddard, and it's living as if the wish is fulfilled. And the ancients have said that, and Dr. Greg Graydon will bring that up. But he said a few other things that were wonderful, and I had known some stuff, but I didn't know exactly. As a baby starts to be formed in the human body, the first organ, the first organ that is done and is there in place, that it gets put together with all the magic and the cells and the plasma and everything, is the heart. The heart. The heart is the most powerful organ of our bodies. The heart. Heart energy, heart power, heart wisdom. And it has been discovered the heart has its own brain. So our brain and our heart work together, but the heart is the manifestation center, and the heart is like you being X-Men, you being X-Men women, heart, which is what demonic beings, fallen ETs, fallen angels, super really bad people like a Darth Vader who just started out kind of good, or maybe kind of questionable, good boy, good girl, bad girl, and they just went a certain way. They became devoid of their soul, and they kept going down a path of destruction. The heart is the first thing in our human bodies, which is what the invisible of the evil cannot stand, because you have the power of heart to manifest as you wish of the goodness for your own life and the planet out of that light, which is consciousness, God, which we come from. And this is the kicker, consciousness birthed everything. That which you see, that which you don't see, that which we call goodly, godly, that which we call evil, which is held up itself so that over time now we can get it, we can be woke. And so many of us are going to be sad because that which we thought to be mostly true is not. But anyway, a gratitude book is a great way to shift your day and shift what I mean. If you can write it, if you can write, just spew it out. You could write your dog's name, a person's name, the thing that you want. You don't have to have a full sentence, you don't have to have a paragraph. It's just whatever comes to you. So sometimes I'm just going to write, cloud, sky, day, oxygen, breath, blankets, pillow, shower, kitties, money, travel, my new car, my old car. I'm going to write stuff that's going to move energy within you and around you and manifest. So the gratitude book. So this is my new, because I felt like I wasn't going to continue with this to make it into my journals, which I'm going to talk about. So I'm making one for a friend to give as a gift. I'm not completely done. And I didn't like make a YouTubey thing because I don't know. I'm not really clear how to make the camera go overhead. Maybe people get a special thing I can look into. And then I wasn't really sure. I know I got tutorial it because you can speed up parts. So I can show you speed up parts. And some people don't. Some people run the whole tutorial of when they do artsy. If it takes an hour and whatever, they show the whole thing. And that's really good when they're going to be prepared to finish it from beginning to end, which is what I could do too. And I could write down on a page what exactly you could get and how exactly you could do it, because you don't have to do it with your own art. You could, and you can do it in several different ways. I just have this one way, and I'll just start to show you what I don't know what this is. I think this is glue, but anyway, I think it's still going to work out. So I bought these journals, and yes, there is a way to do a tutorial and make your journals from scratch. And basically using cardboard and then making your own papers. And so there was a tutorial on making your own homemade home journals. There's a few of them, and your papers that go inside, which are really cool, which you can collect or and get paper and still embellish it and make it look a certain way. The way I started out, and I'd like to eventually expand with it, it's a little bit different, but I took these journals from Jot, and I take my own art and I put my art on the cover. And I decided this time around when I'm making them, I would also embellish anyway and give them cardstock that's attractive for them to be against. And I'll get to that in a second. That's a whole other thing. So that's going to be the front. The middle part I'm not done yet, but I'm going to show you something. So I have some basic cardstock that's kind of fuzzy feeling. This other card stock that I cut, I pasted, did just freehand. This is my own cactus with my email, and this was a sticker. It was part of one of my old advertisements. So I kind of half took off some of the backing so it stick, and then I have like it's puffy. It kind of puffs out a little bit. You can kind of see there's a white there. Right there, there's some white. So it's kind of elevated a little bit. I mean, I don't know if I don't want to add any more. I probably could, but right now I like it like that. And so that's Roxanne with her bowl and her jewels and that. And what I'm gonna also show you what I'm do is I made this. This is like a peekaboo. This thing here. We're gonna try it out. I haven't done it before. So we have this. I think I should put this on something so it's stiffer. I haven't done that yet. Whoops. So this says you are powered by you are love beyond measure. You are love beyond measure. Kind of backwards there. That's a saying from Abraham Hicks, the law of attraction person people. And I'm going to put this on something hard, but what it's going to do is I'm going to I think I'm going to put it on something hard. Anyway, I put it in there. So the girl, yeah, I can't put it the other way because it'll be like backwards. The U will be down there, but I got this thing, so she can pull it out. But in order for it to last a little longer, I think I'm just gonna put a little harder cardstock on it, so it has some longevity, and that's kind of cool, right? Because she can pull it out, and 'cause right now it's just on a heavier paper, which is part of when I do my cards, like regular gift cards. Well, I thought I would just ta-da! This was just some font that there was some as we were experimenting on where my font should go on the inserts that will go into cards of the gift cards. But I'll just make that a little harder on the back, and then I'll just tuck it in there for a little like peekaboo thing. So, and then we have this part. I have another saying. You are powered by the stars. So I'm gonna figure out where that's gonna go. I thought I might just put it there, or I might have it raised. Little raised slogan. And then I just put like my logo. I just took some heavy cardstock and kind of put my art. And this I wasn't. It kind of had a little bit of a glitch in it. When you get these journals, you get a whole package together, and you don't really know like it's just they have character. And some of the character I liked, and some of the character I felt like, well, maybe I want to just play with it and have it be, very artsy for this person to have like a diary or whatever. And there'll be my back page. I mean, no, that's the front. Sorry. Whoops. So here's the back. So there was Carl, and I put a little mustache on Carl because there's C'est la vie. And in Mille Bissois, which is French for million kisses. This actually was going to be a mural in someone's like kitchen, and then they just backed out, so I never did the mural, which would have been great. And then I was going to do like a 5x5 kind of thing, and I was going to get I was going to buy the supplies, and I would get paid something. Maybe it's good that it didn't happen. I have a projector now to actually put the thing on the wall, and I would have had to go and then project the image on the wall if you wanted whatever image I made, and I would have chalked it out, and then I would have had house paints, or you can do the do-it-yourself paint, or you can get paints from just like a Holly Lobby or Michaels and use those paints too, but you have to get quite a bit because the wall is going to be porous. You don't necessarily have to prime the wall. You could, but you don't necessarily have to. And then we'll just chalk everything out and paint like that. And I'd probably have to have some kind of a ladder, a light aluminum ladder, blah blah blah, like that. So that's how that is looking right now. Again, I'm gonna do something with the words. This also will go in is a phrase that I have. Well, you are powered by the stars is from a song. You're powered by the stars. Hold on to faith. You'll go so very far. Let your angels guide the way. Don't look back. Don't you be dismayed. So you are powered by the stars. Plus, you are powered by the stars, and you probably heard me say before. So there are cross is 12% crystal. Your pineal gland, your psychic ability, I think it was the back, but it's the part of the third eye that has a crystal in it. Right? The gross story about why people want adrenochrome, the Satanists, because that crystal, the, the blood is activated and they feel that it makes them more psychic, more beautiful, and ageless. And there are some science, yeah, there's some science out there that they don't want you to know that they did on older rats, younger rats, or old mice, young mice. Their blood transfused and made the old, from younger rats to mice to old mice rats, made them go, oh, I'm young. So, but that's not the way to get young. Through the frequency, through the heart center, through our vision, through our intent, through our breathing, through our meditating, through our caring. We're gonna get amazing. That will bring it in. Get the power. I got the power. Yeah. So okay. So this hoo-ha here is I use the eyelet. So there's a hole there now, an eyelet. And I use this funky puncher thing called Silent Setter. I won't drag it out right now. It looks like a device, like you pump it, but you don't pump it. It's all metal and it comes with 3 attachments, a small, a medium, and large, depending which attachment you put into the shaft, because it's magnetic, and you press it down on paper or you press it down on your surface that you want to make a hole in, and you twist like this, and it makes no noise, which is why they call it a silent setter, because there are many, many, many others on the market that might have been less expensive, but they truly make a noise. And if you're doing crafts at night, you can wake people up. It's a really loud noise. It sounds like the springs when you have a pinball machine. Loud, especially if you're trying to do stuff at night and you feel so inspired and your family's sleeping, they'll hear you. They'll resonate. So with these, I got the silent setter used. It came right away. That merchant was really, really honest, and they sent some other cool stuff they weren't using in the box. But I found an eyelet that I thought was going to work, and it went in. But technically, an eyelet, when you use for paper, you see some aluminum, which is what the eyelets are made out of. Mostly, I think, some light metal. They'd be sticking out, and then there's like a little smasher that once you take your size out of your silent setter and you put the smasher equivalent size at the bottom, because that's also magnetic, and you smash it down. And the eyelet tube then would splay open as to not leave. And in my case, you can see there is kind of no metal here. I had to glue it. So I glued it and it seems to be good. So, it's good. So I'm not worried about that at the moment. I'll just stick the words back in there. What I am going to do is I got some some copper wire. I chose to get different colors because I thought I just wanted to go with like a light gold or copper color, rose gold, but I got these little spools online. And I got these rose quartz crystal heart-shaped like the color of the coyote heart, but I think it's even smaller than this. They're just small. They probably fit within this circle. Yeah. And they're heart-shaped and, have curve to it. I saw a tutorial, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the copper wire in such a way as to hold the heart in place so it doesn't slip and go anywhere, and take the copper and set it through the eyelet. Now either the heart will just stay there, or I may make it dangle. Maybe I'll strive to just put the heart there. And when the person is done with the journal or not, they can easily have a wire cutter because it's a thin copper wire, but it will hold. It's used for jewelry making, and they can take and have the heart as something they carry with them to think about love and meditative heart. They could certainly make jewelry with it. They could put it on an altar. They could gift away. They could keep it somewhere and just admire it. But it would have, but it would, is the properties of crystal, rose crystal, which is a very loving vibration and very spiritual vibration. I thought about getting green adventurine because my logo has green in it, and green is the heart chakra color. But I didn't. I kind of liked the pink, and I wanted to start that way. I like pink, and I like pink. It's in the logo anyway, and just that's the way I'm beginning. But I like the idea of having a little bit of something embellished, and that might be kind of nice. And the thing about it, even if there are some wonkiness to the journal, I mean, it's for the most part hand worked on, hand created, except the part in the binder. Yes, I did get that. It would take me a whole lot longer to do, I guess, throughout the year. I could start to make my own in my own like parchment style paper. These are all things that, when you're starting out, you're kind of learning what you like and what you can get done and what you can get on time with. But there's not going to be anyone that makes this like this because it's my art, and most of them is going to be all different. I'm not going to say, oh, the pink journal gets this gold and the back of it gets this image all the time with the yellow and the gold. I'm not going to do it that way. It's going to be very, very flowing, very free, and very organic, very cared for. And if I don't like it, I can't sell it. If I think it's really, I can't do that to you. This is given to me from source, created to empower you, to empower me, to empower you, but not me. It's from energy that's divine and caring to you. Not about my ego, my caringness of my person, my heart, my energy, my thought form to you. That you will feel so supported. That your dreams are true, come true. That you are inspired. That you don't do what I did and flail back and forth, which is fine. It made my adventure so much richness for you to grow, for you to be fully expressed. Yeah. Yay. Like that. So what else? And manifestation. So I've kind of covered a little bit of manifestation there. I've kind of covered my art for now, for today. I'm not going to sit here and try to do the heart thing. I'm going to wait and show you later, like what it is, and finish any finishing touches, any words that I have that go in here, besides the ones I showed you. I'll show you before I pack it up, pack it away, and then I'll also show you, probably in front of you. I might then pack it away because it's going to have a few other things in there for the person to read about me. Manifestation. Where do you go for manifestation? Why should I meditate or why should I manifest? Oh, why shouldn't you? We do it. We do it. We do it whether we know it or not. We manifest whether we know it or not. We just call it, see, I went to work, so I got the money. We just call it, well, I went to 4 years of college, so I got the lambskin. Well, I really was job hunting, so I got the job. Well, I really was job hunting, but I didn't get what I want, but I got something, so I'm not going to do it. Oh, I am going to do it. Well, my car smashed, someone smashed into me, and I didn't do it. We manifest whether we know it or not, because our word is our wand, because all we are is a vibration in form. I mean, if Einstein said anything that was something unlike concerning matter, we were wrong. There's only energy to be so lowered as to be perceived. To be perceived, there is no matter. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. There's one guy on YouTube, he says, we're in a meat suit. Yeah, we're in a form that we have more control over than we think. We just get wired a certain way. Our brains can get wired a certain way that keeps us doing the same thing over and over. Me too, I want to break that. I'm going to break it so where I'm talking to you every Monday, or break it them Sunday, or break it them talking. These are our days. Come on, I have things to say. Oh, like say I do Sunday, say I do Tuesday. But I might go to Facebook and say, I'm just going to chat. I'm just going to chat for like, a half hour tonight, blah, blah. You'll find me if you want to. Hello. What else? I'm getting my hair done tomorrow, so I'll be all blonde again. And then at some point there'll be pink or some other color, and I'm not quite sure. I want to style this a little bit different, though I've been liking the bob thing. And what else do I want to say? So I got this job. It's only supposed to be like 15, maybe 20 hours a week for Christmas. If they keep me, I have to ask, would they give me more hours? Would I get the 30? It wouldn't be the manifestation of the dollars I want, but because everyone's so nice themselves, generally speaking, and I mean, everyone has their growth. I'm not going to agree with all my managers or all my coworkers there. That's not going to happen because I'm too rebel and I'm too like, I know what's going on in the world. And if I don't know, I find out. And sometimes I do get my names mixed up or I don't remember, but I'm just going to say I don't remember. I know what's going on. I know because I go, look, I know I'm here for you. Ta-da! And he'd be here for my dad. But he might not do so well when things happen in the next few weeks. So I will come on too if I feel sad because I don't know. Some people are going to leave us. Some people are going to have little breakdowns. Some of us might be like, what? But I think it's good. I feel really happy. So some manifestation tools I want to point you where to go. You could definitely listen to Abraham Hicks. That is Abraham, like the old in the Bible, Abraham-Hicks.com. But once you do on YouTube Abraham Hicks and you just put in money, you just put in health, you just put in depression, you just put in relationship, you just put in boyfriend, girlfriend, you just put in marriage, you just put in moving, you just put in, there's many topics, sessions that will come up, and then you pick the time. Like some might be 3 minutes, some might be 2 hours. If they did a whole workshop, you can listen and glean some information the way you want. And I would just say be open and have pen and pencil if you never listened to them before. Now, other manifestation that I like following Lori Ladd. She's very, very loving, and she channels more like galactic Federation of Light and galactic beings and angels. But she's very, very loving as a person and very kind. She's very transparent. Also, I like this guy, Jason Shirka. He's a new guy on the scene for me. He does meditate, but he writes some books, and he belongs to a group that is somewhat of a somewhat secret organization, which he does say the name, but they are for the upliftment of the planet. They are not off-planet people. They are in human body who recognize that they have lived lifetime after lifetime, and they're here in service of the planet and of God and of source energy to have us awaken, have us be fully empowered, and to bring out the best for all beings everywhere. And Jason, he's written his own book. So he's Jason Shurka, Shurka, I believe. But if you start putting Jason Shurka, however you think that's spelled, he'll come up, a young man. He looks kind of like baldish and he has olive skin. And he's very, very nice. And so I like when he meditates and he has a cool house and it's very cool. Very, very zen and plants and stuff. But both those people are good to follow. I mean, there's going to be some people that you love so much, just even like Dr. Greg Braden that I mentioned earlier. He talked about Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. I see saying it different. I'm just singing it from another people who interpret that, which is really about honoring yourself and stuff and the divinity, and it's very, very empowering and very, very lightful and very, very gonna make your heart more kind and centered, and you're gonna feel good from singing that or saying that to yourself over and over. I haven't read all his books. I got one of his books here, or two. It's Paul Selig, and he's all about channeling God's source energy. And I understand from the friend who gave me the books, his material can be hard to chew through. I'm not really finding it that hard when I have flipped open the page to read it. I like it, but he's basically saying, I am word in form. I am word, which is what God would say in the beginning. In the beginning, there was word, and the word went out manifest. Ta-da! That's why your word is your power. A lot of stuff going to come up. So manifest like that. There's another book I haven't had in a long time. It's by Shakti, just how it sounds, Shakti Gawain, Gwain, maybe E, but Shakti Gawain, and that had a lot of cool manifestation help in there. So the idea of manifestation or meditation to manifest. You can do it a couple ways, really. So sometimes people they'll sit still, which all of us should just, oh, I don't have time, don't have time. 3 minutes, 2 minutes in your car before you go into work, in your car before you go into somewhere, in your bedroom when you can, moms and dads, or a private place. Quietness. Listen to the white noise. Listen to some music. To start with 2 3 minutes. It's just calm. If it goes on further, good. Because ultimately, 10 to 20 minutes is probably the best. You don't have to be in meditation for 2 hours. You don't have to be a diehard and I'm in meditation for 2 hours. If you are, that's great. Because there are some really wonderful um, meditations out there to do that with. And usually meditation is more quiet so that your heart, remember I talked about heart earlier, the heart, the first organ in the body that's created in the human, the heart with the power with its own brain, the heart will tell you the truth. The brain will go, which is what I have done too. I've done it just recently, like, oh, I should take that job. It's $16 an hour. It's this much money an hour. Oh, it's got 40 hours. It's not what I want. I really want to create it 30. I want to be 30 hours. I don't want to be 40 hours. I don't want to take a full-time job where you sign the paper that basically you're going to be in training for 4 to 6 weeks and that you're going to commit to your job for 40 plus hours and never have quality of life. So I'm in the process of visual feeling as if my wish is fulfilled. And I have kind of two parts of where I'm at with this, and we're going to let you know how it goes. I have a feeling that if I'm needing a job for right now, in a sense, then I want, at first I started saying 28 to 32 hours. The average would be probably that 30 hours a week, 16 to $19 an hour. It's fun. I'm appreciated. I like showing up. No weekends. However, I'm open because there's a lot of sometimes you just have appointments that can only be done on a weekday. Sometimes your hair you can never get in on the weekend if you want to get a hairdressing appointment. Sometimes your nails you never can get in unless you're done at 5, you're done at 4, and you can get to that place because that place is open. So I really want to have this flexible schedule. I may work at home so I can actually go do errands or clock myself out, but make sure I make up the hours and it's fun and it's of service. It's helpful. People find me helpful. I'm so helpful to them. It feels so good. Wow, that money showed even $17 an hour. It's great because people care and I care. Ta-da! But it really is a real match. It's not one like, oh, they're talking like that and I gotta ask them a question, or no, I know who I am and sovereign. I know laws. I know what's up. I know what's going on the planet. I'm not buying into mask different. No, man. No. Be sovereign, be powerful, stand in your truth, shed your light, shine your light, stand there for people. So that's what I'm kind of doing with that. But somewhere in arms are too length for me, I wrote down a long time ago what it was like to have an investor invest in my art and me. And I wrote down like money and I wrote down time and I wrote down what they did. Wrote down what they get and I need to revise it. I will because I see that someone can be there for me and I'm going to be doing the same thing this investor for another that this investor is doing for me. So the coyote heart goes into the world and I just create art and I don't really care. They could make, and I'm just like throwing this out there. Let's say my company makes 28 million or billion, but my company makes $28 million a year. And let's say I only make 2 or 3 million and my investor makes up that balance and money returns from everything that they gave me. Well, I'm going to do the same thing with that knowledge that that person has passed on to me to another and lift them up on the planet for whether it's art or whatever it is. So, ta-da! The other part now, so I am looking for a college student or a person to actually help me build my own website that they would like to embellish and or um, uh, make their own portfolio look different by an artist site. And I'm looking for that help, and I'm looking for help to I think I have some help with Etsy, but I'm just going to throw that out there because I'm just so close. I'm out there, but I don't think I have that maximized. Got to go back in the background and look. I have a little bit of help with my art. That some of it, not all of it, most of it, got got into what do you call the dots per unit. So I gotta actually download that to my computer. I gotta go back and do this stuff. I'm probably not gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna do it tomorrow for sure, Monday. And then I have someone who has the website started, but just the mission statement is on it. And she wants artists who do art of light, of care, and of the heart, spiritual art, or has a spiritual connection to be on her website. And she has some access to machines so that my art can be stickers and on apparel, especially apparel that can go out there. I'm going to also ask her for some help that maybe it can get on Teespring or some other site a little bit sooner as well because pulling she's in her full-time job plus she's consulting them and then she's like consulting me and she's doing that right now from kindness of her heart, but we're working out whatever it's going to be, dollars and barter or whatever it's going to be. So like that's really cool. And she's out of Michigan. I don't know what to tell you. One of the animals just jumped. Laurie Ladd is on right now. I think either maybe it's not live, but she's going to be talking about some things. So I want to catch her. So you can find me at RitzaElizabeth.com. You can find me on Facebook, Ritza or Riza Roxanne Elizabeth, or you can find me at Coyote Heart at Facebook. And Instagram, I'm Coyote Heart Designs. And basically when I finish these journals, they're like I think 19.95 each or 34 something for two. But when I truly get it all done, I'm gonna take a new picture. I'm gonna put that out there, and just message me. Let me know how you are. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're doing with your art. Let me know what you're doing, how you're doing on the planet right now. Because there's a lot of light on the planet. Remember, we have another eclipse, a full eclipse. Oh God, I forgot. So we had a lunar. I think this is a full. I want to say it's a full solar eclipse. I have to look it up. It could be a full lunar eclipse. The 14th. It's tomorrow. And then the 21st on the East Coast, solar flare, 6 a.m. If you're out by, I think, California, Utah, that's 3 a.m. In the middle of the country, depends where you are, you might be an hour or two behind the East Coast. So if I'm 6 a.m., you're 5, pardon me, 4 a.m. All right. Much love to all of you. I hope to see you soon. And at some point, there'll be more people jumping on. Follow some people in the UK, Dolly Daydream, Mark Atwood. I like some people he has on. I like him, generally speaking, though I don't like the name of his show. It's Adventures in a Meat Suit. But I like him. He's very open and he's very kind and he's very creative and he's very smart. He has some people I'm not sure about all their stuff all the time, but he has people having chats on. So again, these are people for you to go and see how you feel about what's the truth for you. This is a time of our truth, our light, and knowing more. Full disclosure, or at least disclosure coming out more and more, that we may be fully empowered and fully in love and in partnership with Gaia. Take good care. Till next time I see you, my little cow heart just loves you. Bye.